Hey, good morning. Um, I just wanted to quick take a minute to tell you about that clean out I did yesterday. It wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't the folks made it sound a whole lot worse than it was. The house itself was it they didn't have anything in there to remove. So I mean, it was nice, and I got two cookies out of it. That was a really good cookies, by the way. But yeah, so there wasn't anything in the house. There's some stuff in the basement which I didn't end up taking this time because they're still sorting things. So they're going to be calling me again to come up and take a look, which is that's cool. So but what they had was stuff in an outbuilding in the barn. So there was like a power wash that was too small for his needs, which he said still works. So maybe I can do something with that, and some light fixtures that are still in the boxes. So that was good. That should be good. I should be able to do something with that. And then there was furniture. It was an old hutch, but um it's not in the I don't want to say it needs work. I mean, as far as structurally, it's good, but it needs work. It needs refinished and redone, and probably different. It's got them big giant round knobs on it that everybody hates. So it might need new knobs on it or something. So that's a project for somebody. I don't do that kind of stuff. I'm not into projects. So probably I'm just going to put that and some other things. There's some chairs that need some work and a few other things. I'll just put them on Facebook for free and somebody can have them. There was a lot of scrap metal. Not a lot, enough that I wasn't far from the scrapyard, so I went ahead and took it up to the scrapyard. I got 15 bucks for it. It was just basically all tin. I got 15 bucks for it. I mean, there was some aluminum and stuff, but not enough to separate it out. So I just took it to the scrapyard. I got 15 bucks. But there was a stove, an old Roper stove, probably from the late 50s in there, and a lot of the stuff was on it was rusty. The burner, the plates on top, and there was some sliding in drawers like little trays that came out, flat trays, pretty neat. But they had rusted stuff on, so I didn't worry about it. What I did do is I kept the knobs. Here's basically this is what the four knobs look like for the four burners, and then this is the knob for the oven. And I mean you can see they're pretty crudded up, but they're I mean these are pretty nice. I mean they're still plastic, but they feel like they don't feel like today's plastic. They feel like 1950s plastic. Is what they feel like. I mean it's not Bakelite, but anyway, so I saw somebody had listed these as well as there were some longer chrome like chrome plated uh, for the doors to open the doors with, pull pull some handles to pull down. They had those as well. This one only had one, and it was messed up. So I didn't keep that. So, but they got $100 for their stuff. So I figured these ought to even when I clean them up. Hopefully, if they clean up real nice, I'm gonna see what I can. I should be able to get 50 for them at least. Don't you think? I mean, if the other guy got 100 with the other things, I should be able to get 50 for these if they're nice. I would think. I would think anyway. But anyway, so I'm gonna try that. But I didn't get a whole lot for going up there, but I had a great time. For I didn't charge them much either, so they ended up giving me. Well, I'm not gonna say what they gave me, but yeah, I had a great time talking to them, and I got them cookies. So um, yeah, it was really really interesting. It was a very it was a very interesting afternoon. Um, we'd run in some of the same circles when we were all homeschooling. So I never met them, but I had heard of them, but I never met them, and I don't think they, don't, they knew our name as well, but from the homeschooling days. But their kids are all grown off. They went to college, and they're all off on doing their things, and mine are too. So they're all off on doing their things. So that wasn't a big thing, but yeah, it was a 100-year-old farmhouse, and he had he had really done a fantastic job of having people come in. That people came in and redid it, and it was beautiful. I mean, it was just beautiful. Um, but it still looked country. I mean, it wasn't like somebody came in and modernized everything and made it. I mean, they did all the electrics modernized, they did all that, but the house itself, they did really fine. It's not listed yet, but um, I don't know how much land they'll have. They had there, so I didn't ask. And so, but probably that I would think they should get a couple of pretty pennies for it. So it's just a nice house out in the country, perfect for somebody who wants, like somebody with money coming out of New York City or New Jersey that wants a weekend getaway in the mountains. It's really perfect for that. It really is. So um, didn't notice it. I don't think there's any streams or anything nearby. So, but it's not far from Hammond Lake if they want to go fishing. So it's not far from there. So there's always that. Uh, so which is man-made, which was kind of interesting. The porch that was on the front. It was an old porch with the old boards and everything. It was really, really neat. And he told me it wasn't original with the house. And I was like, "You got it." He actually, there's when they built the Hammond Dam up here, there was a town called Nelson, and they moved the town of Nelson because it was going to be in the flood zone when the dam was done. So he actually uh, was there in Nelson when they were tearing houses down and stuff. And he bought this porch off the oldest house in Nelson. He made sure to tell me it was the oldest house in Nelson. So he bought the porch off of it, and it looks fantastic. He did a great job. Really, I'm sure they could tell some really great stories and everything, and I would have liked to have stayed. I probably would have stayed all night if but had to get back. So, and I wanted to go get things done. So yeah, so I went to scrapyard and I came home and that was it. It was a good day. It was a good day yesterday. So that was pretty sweet. So all right, I guess that's just all I wanted to tell you. I didn't get a whole lot of stuff to resell. So and I'm going to be going back up. So there might be a few more things. They have an old Hoosier cabinet in the basement, but it's it looks pretty rough. It looks. I mean, they're all the Hoosier cabinets are going to look pretty rough, but this one it looks like it's going to be pretty rough. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, if that's decent, I might try. I'll try to probably. I'm sure I'll try to resell that if I get that. I told them to call an antique dealer. Hopefully, they can get some of that because I'm not an antique dealer anymore. So and I don't buy. I don't typically buy things. I clean out things. I'm the guy of last resort. The guy who comes and cleans out when you can't get rid of stuff anymore. That's me. I'm the one that comes and takes it to the dump for you. So, but yeah. So that was it. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you this morning. So you have a great day. So will I hope. And I'm gonna get some listening done today and make some money. So I'll see you later.